If you grew up in America, there's a good chance you've never eaten this part of the fish. But in China, this is actually considered one of the best parts. A big part of understanding Chinese culture has been learning to appreciate the foods people love, even the ones I'd never imagined trying. Today, we're making one of those dishes, Chinese pepper fish head. Growing up in the United States, fish head was never something I saw on the dinner table. In many American households, boneless fish fillets are much more common because they're familiar, convenient, and easier to eat. But after moving to China, I started looking at food differently. I began asking, why do certain cultures value different parts of an ingredient? In many parts of China, using the whole ingredient is much more common. It's practical, but it also reflects an appreciation for not wasting what nature provides. When you see the entire fish, you have a different connection to what you're eating. You understand where your food comes from, and every part has a purpose. For this dish, we'll be using two tools we rely on almost every day at home: a wok and a pot. The wok helps create high heat and build flavor, while the pot allows everything to slowly come together. Honestly, these two pieces of cookware are responsible for most of the meals we make. We start by creating the foundation of the dish with vegetables and flavors. One thing I've really come to appreciate about Chinese cooking is the attention given to how each ingredient works together. The same ingredients can become completely different dishes depending on the technique, seasoning, and regional style. It's not just about following a recipe, it's about understanding how the flavors actually interact. We have just finished preparing the bottom of the dish, and now we will go ahead and fry the fish and then add it into the pot. Door is being closed. Oil is heating up. Before moving to China, I rarely used a wok. And even when I tried, I never quite got the results I wanted. I used to think maybe I just wasn't good at cooking with one. But after living here and learning the technique, I realized it wasn't about the wok. It was about understanding how to use it. What I really love about a wok is how versatile it is. With the right technique, you can stir fry, sear, steam, and create so many different dishes with one tool. I've learned that wok cooking isn't just about high heat. It's about timing, trusting the process, and understanding how ingredients respond. I'm not sure if anyone else is a dump dish cooker like me. You know, the kind of cooking where you throw everything together, turn on the heat, and let it do its thing. Honestly, that's how I cooked a lot before moving to China, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's simple, practical, and sometimes exactly what you need when life gets busy. But one thing Chinese cooking introduced me to was a completely different way of thinking about ingredients. Instead of treating everything like it was going into the same pot at the same time, each ingredient has its own purpose and its own moment. The vegetables go in first because they create the flavorful base. The fish is added next so it can gently cook while staying tender. And the tofu goes on top because it absorbs all of those flavors as everything comes together. It's something I never really thought about before, that the order you add ingredients can completely change the final dish. Learning this changed the way I cook because now I pay more attention to how ingredients interact, not just the ingredients themselves. This dish has about 4 layers. We have flavors on the bottom, and then we have the fish, and we have more flavors, and then we added tofu on the top. After adding beer, we cover the dish and let everything simmer together. This is my favorite part, when you stop adding ingredients and simply let time, heat, and technique bring everything together. While the fish cooks, we prepare another dish, shrimp, squid, and edamame stir fry. Something interesting I've noticed about Chinese dining culture is the attention given to balance. Even small details like the number of dishes served can carry meaning. Even numbers are often associated with harmony and completeness. Although we don't strictly follow this at home, it's funny how naturally we end up making multiple even-numbered dishes whenever we eat together. Finally, everything is ready. One small thing I've come to appreciate since living in China is how often care is shown through actions. In many Chinese families, husbands may serve their wives, younger people serve elders, and hosts serve the guests. It's a simple gesture, but it represents respect and thoughtfulness. One difference I've noticed between cultures is how love can be expressed at the table. In many American households, equality often means everyone manages their own plate independently. But in Chinese culture, love is sometimes shown by making sure someone else gets the best piece, the first serving, or the thing they enjoy most. At first, I didn't always recognize these gestures, but over time, I learned that this was another way people show care. When I first moved here, I thought adapting meant learning how people live differently. But over time, I've realized it's also about learning to appreciate the meaning behind those differences. If you're curious about everyday moments, food, and cultural experiences that continue to change my perspective, I'd love for you to join along and watch our story.